What's up, guys? What's up? How you guys doing? All this while I've been holding down my excitement, right? Because most times during transfer windows, we have a lot of rumors, and some of them don't materialize into an actual signing. And I was holding back myself from being too excited because I could already imagine it in my head what the team is going to look like. And you guys already know what I'm talking about because every other page on YouTube has already talked about it. And I obviously follow every other page. Nico Williams might be coming to Barcelona. When the whole news about Luis Diaz was picking momentum and the fans wasn't happy about it or having it, I was kind of undecided with that fact because the option I would pick between Luis Diaz and a Rashford is a Rashford, simply because he could play at the number 9 position and he could also play at the wing. But then Deco, for some reason, was obsessed about Luis Diaz and wanted him to come and join the team. Fast forward to this past weekend, there was a meeting between Deco and Nico Williams' agent. And after that meeting, before the news came out about the meeting, Lamine Yamal already posted a picture of the both of them on their page. And it's kind of exciting because you already know that Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal, they talk, they're friends. It's not like, oh, they have not played together before. We already saw what they could do at the Spanish team. And that's even the most exciting thing about this news because most times in that Spanish team, you can actually see that it's just Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal that is detecting the game. And now coming to a Barcelona where there is a coach like Hansi Flick, there is a force like Pedri, a force like Kunde, Balde, which the Spanish coach for some reason have refused to add to his last UEFA League call-up list. So you could just imagine what that team would look like. I decided to do the video today because this evening again, more news broke out. More news broke out that there is going to be an additional meeting because obviously Laporta is a man that has pride, and he felt like Nico Williams should have bet in the club last season to figure out a way to add him to the team. But not everybody has that kind of patience that Niomo had, and I also understand it from the part of Nico Williams. I'm a fan of Nico Williams. I try to look at it from every other way, or look at every other option on saying, okay, he's actually not what he is, but he is what he is, right? So basically, there's going to be another meeting. Barcelona is going to figure out a way to pay this release clause because Atletico Bilbao doesn't want this guy to leave. Mind you, they are coming to the Champions League, and Nicola is this excited because he already knows that with the team Atletico Bilbao have, they don't really have a chance at the Champions League. They're just part of those teams that will be at the bottom end. And the kid also knows that if he moves to a team like Barcelona, his PR will pick up and he will start getting honorable mentions and getting good sponsor deals aside from the salary. And the funny thing is that he also accepted to reduce his wage in order to play for FC Barcelona. I'm blown away. I've seen different formations on Twitter. I've seen different formation by different pundits on how Barcelona is going to line up. It's exciting, because watching Madrid add the likes of Trent and their new coach and the kid from Argentina was kind of getting annoying, right? And then seeing Barcelona giving the red card to Ter Stegen, they're going to announce Joao Garcia tomorrow because the whole deal is already, done. And afterwards on Thursday they're going to present him, and that's a different ball game. That's another form of excitement because that would totally change, the face of this team. The old guard, Ter Stegen is the last of the old guard, and whether he likes, he should be acting stubborn, he would still leave because I know he wants to play with Germany next year in the World Cup. So he won't want to take the chances of not being the main guy in any team. So he has to go to another team where he has to play. And I think a team like Manchester United will make sense for him, even though that they're not coming to the Champions League. If I was Chelsea, Chelsea's keeper is terrible. Discuss a deal with Ter Stegen, bring Ter Stegen to Chelsea. You guys are coming to the Champions League. He will want to be there. Galatasaray is going for him. based on the rumors. Most people are calling it out to be false news. Some people are saying this is what's happening. A lot of things are going on Twitter. It's like rumor club whenever on Twitter. And then the whole Club World Cup, people are not really paying attention to it. People are more interested. Maybe towards the ending time of the Club World Cup, people might pay attention to it. Or probably it's because the biggest club in the world is not there. So the buzz is not really about that. Everybody just wants the players to go rest and prepare for preseason. Nico Williams, Lamin. I'm just imagining it in my head. I've seen different kind of lineup, and everybody have their own say to this. But if I'm to set up my own team, right, I'm going to have a Nico Williams, obviously at the left wing. At the right wing, I'm going to have a Lamine Yamal. As my striker, I'm going to have Rafinha. Call it a false nine, call it the main striker. The movement of the ball, like if you watch most of our games last season with Lamine Yamal, when Lewandowski is in that team, it's kind of slowed down, you know. The team is like very high tempo when Lewandowski is at the bench. And I feel like that's what we need, even though we're not getting a striker this season because of our critical financial situation. And Jonathan David is free. Somehow we're not talking about him. Okay. So I'm looking at a Rafinha as a striker or a false nine, and then have a Daniel Mo behind him. So both of them control the 9 and the 10 position, right? And then the rest of the team should be the way it should be. That's Pedri, Frankie de Jong, who I don't really trust enough. If McBennett could pick up the speed of his recovery, it would make a lot of sense because that kid is Busquets with more firepower. Kunde, Kubasi, Inigo, Balde. And then for the very first time, we have a young goalkeeper at the post, Joan Gasher. This team is exciting, and next season is going to be crazy because don't get it twisted. Barcelona is not the only one that is like pulling their own weight or doing their own very best to, go for all trophies next season. Madrid is also setting themselves up very well. Right? I'm hearing rumors about Rodrigo leaving. I'm hearing different forms of rumor. Atletico Madrid is also setting themselves up very well. It's about to be a mad season. Nobody could predict this. A lot of people predicted Mbappe winning, La Liga and everything last season, and he didn't even see any trophy. Right? Would that happen again? Will it happen again in this coming season? We'll just have to keep watching and see what happens. But I can't wait for the season to start. I miss football. I miss seeing my boys play. I hope everybody just finishes their holidays and get back for preseason and everybody's happy. And I like the fact that we're going to Tokyo for our preseason. Most of the clubs are going to play, they already know because I play a lot of gamble, so I know most of those things. And I feel like it's not going to take out a lot of energy from us. It's going to give us new experiences to try whatever the coach is trying. So it's not going to be so competitive because we know, okay, we could still beat these people, right? Even when we're not on our A game. So we'll have to just focus on what the coach is trying to do. And this is like the coach taking this team for the second season means that the team is going to gel more than they already, are currently. It's just amazing. I can't wait for the season to start. And I know you can't wait too. So please click the subscribe button. You see, every day I keep trying to play with my set, and I think I'm finally getting the feel that I want for my videos. I'm kind of more comfortable with this than with the other setup, even though that is also cool. But anyway, that's it for today. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, interact with the video. Let me hear your own opinion. Let me hear your own, line up how you're going to set up this 11 that is going to be blazing hot. Let's see, okay? And then one final message before the video go. I want to use this opportunity to send out, send out a prayer for the people of Benue. Benue State is a state in Nigeria, and they have been going through a lot. There has been a lot of killing, and they were attacked again. It's just a whole lot of stories. So if you come across this video and you get to this very point, say a prayer for Benue State in Nigeria, and God bless. Visca Basa, Visca Catalonia.